before development is approved. It has to go to the public. You cannot continue to run the country like it's your own place. The fact that it was all done in secret just talks about backdoor handshakes, basically laughing at the citizenry of the Bahamas and telling us they don't care what we think. There is no democracy in this country. We call ourselves a democracy, but whenever the government decides to do whatever it is they want to do, they don't care who said no or yes or in between. They just go ahead and do it, and it's just not acceptable.
The latest unacceptable development is right off Nassau. Blackbeard's Cay. It's yet another captive dolphin project, hoping to attract cruise ship passengers for the day. The latest story is that the permits were only issued after the development had started, after the secret deal had leaked to the public. This is a clear example of why we need a Freedom of Information Act. To find out more, investigators and journalists teamed up to take a boat ride to see the island for themselves. Re-Earth is a Save the Bays community partner and have been spearheading this investigation. With the support of the Bahamas Humane Society and 40 other local and international groups, they are analyzing the welfare of the dolphins, while Save the Bays is probing and scrutinizing the legality of this unregulated, unsustainable development.
You see there are people in the water with them up there.
How small this area is.
No shade. This island gets totally covered in waves during a hurricane. So those dolphins are going to be mashed about all over those fences during a hurricane. Scott, what depth are we at?
6.6 feet.
So you realize how shallow it is in there for them?
6.6 feet.
They're animals that swim in family pods all their lives. They know they've been torn away from their families. They're animals that swim 30 to 50 miles a day. They can't do that in these small pens. They're animals that dive down to 25 feet deep. They can't do that in these pens.
Now look, there have been a few swim with the dolphin facilities in the Bahamas before. So what's the big deal here? Where's the harm in forcing them to beg for food by doing tricks? Dolphins are social creatures who hunt their own food and travel up to 40 miles a day. Captivity oppresses their natural instincts and makes them physically ill. They are incredibly intelligent with complex emotions. Living in a cage leads to depression and even suicide. Dolphins are a natural part of our Bahamian waters. Taking care of them is the same as taking care of our environment.
The only person who walks away happy really is the owner, who has a pocket bulging with money, who could not care less whether the animals suffer or not.
This is wrong.
This facility is inhumane even by the low standards of other captive dolphin programs. And nobody has seen the required by law environmental impact assessment. Was it even done? This development is why the Bahamas needs an Environmental Protection Act. These crowds will make another wealthy foreign investor even richer, while making the Bahamas look inhumane and ignorant to the rest of the world.
There are many animal groups around the world that are watching this. We cannot afford to lose any more tourists.
Animals in prison that they can't move around in. They're in less water depth than they need to be in. They have no shade from the sun. let me give you my card.
Let's say the Bays!
There will be little benefits for our Bahamian citizens, and this man will walk away fat, happy, and rich when the dolphins die.
We have over 68,000 signatures on a petition against this facility.
To get updates on this story and more, like Save the Bays on Facebook. And sign the petition so that our government knows that we need a Freedom of Information Act, an Environmental Protection Act, and that we only support responsible developments.